What up, guys? We're back. Still haven't come up with a name yet. It's episode 4. I think I've got a name. I'm thinking just beer. Because I don't think I'm just going to talk about beer, because that's not what I do. But that's the focus of this channel. But I think I'm going to go with just beer, and then in parentheses beyond that, like something like, what I came up with it a while ago. What was it? I like cars. I like trucks. Love family. Something along those lines, but just kind of a tongue-in-cheek. You know, this, but that kind of thing. So anyway, I alluded to a beer that, you know, I like Bocks. I don't drink Shiner as much as I used to. I definitely don't drink ZiegenCrock because I'm not drinking some commie beer that was made out of Texas to fight a Texas beer. I'm not going to do that. Lone Star Bock's my favorite, but this, what I'm going to focus today is we're going to do a short review on this. It's just a beer I saw. They were smart. And you might want to take a look and notice some similarities. Not sure what happened there. But anyway, it's a good beer. It's Community Beer Company out of Dallas. It's kind of a cool can. I mean, it's, I don't know, kind of weird, kind of cool. I don't know. I'm going to go with my go-to, straight up Lone Star beer. Glass. I'm going to pour it up. And after that, we're going to talk about marketing a little bit. I got some of my favorite beers sitting around me, beers I've had in the past. It's got a pretty effervescent when you pour it back on itself. I mean, I didn't use the side very much. I was pouring it into itself, which everybody has their own idea of how that should be done. You know. Smells like beer. It's good. It's sweet. It's lighter than Shiner Bock. It's a great beer to drink. I think it's like 4.5. Something like that. I'm losing my eyesight because I'm, what does it say? Gotta do all this to see. 355 milliliters, blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. I just watched the whole yada, yada, yada Seinfeld episode. Cut down. It doesn't say. Oh, 6%. Right on the front. Anyway. The whole yada, yada, yada Seinfeld episode cut down into like 3 minutes. It was awesome. Went from yada, yada, yada was great to how bad it was. And there was some inherent, I don't know, some undertones of something in there. You know, whatever. Great beer. It's light. It shows well on camera. It's very similar to what I'm seeing here. So anyway, wanted to talk about marketing a little bit. So I started a little project a while back, me and Jana did, that I can't grow anything. I love succulents, but I just kill them. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's like, I don't know. I'm looking at them right now. Excuse me. And it's everything I can to keep them alive. And they're inside, under light. Anyway. So, let's see here. Let's go with the Revolver. The first couple of times I had Revolver, I didn't like the beers that I had. But as I dove into their other beers, obviously a stout, I really liked what they had. Also, back to the project me and Jana were working on. She saw it. She sent it to me. She knew I liked succulents. So I got a can opener that would cut, and there is no sharp edge here whatsoever. And I got some rocks in there for drainage. Never made it happen, but anyway, I just thought it was a cool looking can. It's slick, it's high gloss, as opposed to Community Bock, both Dallas beers, or this is actually Granbury, but regardless, DFW area. And as you can see, this one is a high gloss, this one is satin at best. Thought it was a good looking beer, like their beers. Their Blood and Honey is amazing. The next one was their Texas Toast. You know, this looks like their beer and this looks like their beer. This looks like toast. Texas Toast is Dirty Blonde. Another good beer from them. The Texas Toast, the 8-second stout, and the Blood and Honey. Blood and Honey is a great beer. I absolutely love it. Then, this is Ingenious Brewing Company in Houston. Imperial Peanut Butter Cup. Wait, Imperial, it's the name of it. Then it's a Peanut Butter Cup Imperial Milk Stout. So Ingenious, if you don't know anything about Ingenious, let me show you. It's kind of got that kind of feel to it. Another one that I cut the top off because I love the can. Ingenious is a cool brewery. I wouldn't say it's in my kind of normal brewery that I love or beers that I love, but what they do is amazing. And very scientific in the way they approach a lot of stuff. They're in Humble. This one was 10.1% alcohol. And there was a period in my period of my past when I used the term, it's effing moonshine. I was drinking a lot of stouts, and you could really tell the difference between a 6% alcohol and 8 or 10. See, do I have another revolver? Oh, they're over yonder. Black Lager. That's another variety that I like. Another one that, and as you can see, they've kind of got this whole scheme going on. Black Lager is, it's like a black ale almost, but it's lagered, obviously. Great, great, great concept. So those are like 4 of the ones that I was going to use for my project. I also had a Dr. Pepper can, and several different Dr. Pepper cans, and some one-off Dr. Pepper cans that they did. Their blackberry or whatever it was. I alluded to this milk stout earlier, and it's one that I was going to cut up. Great, great can. And I wouldn't have kept it just for the can because, I don't know, I do that. It's a good milk stout. It's a peanut butter milk stout. It's Belching Beaver. Great, 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 great beer. Another variety that I like a lot is a true 3 to 4 ingredient Marzen style Oktoberfest. 2 of my favorites, Karbach and is this? Nope, this isn't the one, but this is a good one. In fact, I looked through quite a few of their beers tonight. Texas Beer Company. But anyway, not a huge fan of Karbach. But they've got a couple beers that or 3 beers that I think are just amazing. This is one of them. Texas Beer Company, Oktoberfest. You got to have the blue and white on the can for it to be a German beer, at least for Oktoberfest. Another ingenious beer, Stout Chocula, dope can. We all like Count Chocula growing up. Pretty sick. Decent little beer too. Let's see what else we got. Let's see, what is this? I chased these beers for a while. And my favorite Belgian brewery in Houston is got to be Copperhead. I mean, I would say it's the only one. Boy, I'm having a bad hair day over here. What's going on with this? But the great thing, let me back up. The great thing about Copperhead, outside of it being woman-owned, woman brewery, she will sit down with you and tell you all the Belgian beers you need to go try from Belgium, America, Quebec, wherever. And she gave me a list of, I mean, the first time I went in there, she gave me a list of like 8, and I went and had them. I went and bought them, and they were amazing. So this is one, not that she told me about, but cool can. I like the flat black, the 9 volt. It's a triple. Phenomenal beer. Let me show you what's not a phenomenal beer. It's not bad. I like it. I like the concept. I like where it comes from, what everybody's thinking about it. But it just doesn't do anything for me. But I like the can. And now they've got like, I mean, I've had this for years. Right after they came out, I grabbed this. It's not great. I mean, some people love it. That's shit. That's what this world's about. Well, maybe not this world, but this country anyway. An Irish stout that is not Irish. Actually comes from Nola Brewery. Great Celtic can. Murphy's is my favorite Irish stout. More German. It is German, right? Make sure. Yes. So it's a Dunkel. Cool looking bottle. I mean, I think a lot of the German and the Belgian stuff looks like this. But this is a smaller version. It's not like a big Grolsch. Even a small Grolsch isn't this. The last two are not least by any stretch. I'm going to stick this up here so you can just see it. Bishop Cider Company. Dallas, Texas. We thought this was a beer that, or a cider that me and Jana had at Cidercade here in Houston. This was not the one. Still a cool can. It's kind of, you look like next to a regular can. It's like a tall, it's like a 16-ounce size, but it's narrow. I think it's only 12 ounces if I remember correctly. Doesn't matter, who cares? Anyway, it's a tart, it's crackberry, it's pretty good. It's not great. So, at the height of me drinking stouts, here's more to Community Beer Company and their Bock. Hashtag Community Beer Company. I'm a big cider fan. Never brewed any cider. Brewed tons of beer back in the day. Shout out to DeFalco's, who I got my stuff from back in the day when they were on, I think their first place was Robin Hood. And then they went to Stella Link. And they shut down over the coronavirus. But anyway, I did a stint in grocery, was invited by one of my distributors to go to kind of like a showcase of all the drinks that they had. So they brought in all their vendors that they represented it. Anyway, so I'm going through trying different beers. You get like 1 ounce or whatever you want. And get to this place, and I'd heard of Ace Cider Company before. Had them back in the day. Ace, and what was the other one? Doesn't matter. So there was a company that made a Perry cider, which is a pear. It's spelled P-E-R-R-Y. It's not spelled like pear, but that's a Perry cider that's made out of pear. P-E-A-R is spelled P-E-R-R-Y for whatever reason. Don't make the rules, or just follow them or break them. So I tried it and really got into Perry ciders for about 6 months. Just did all the research I could find. There's only about 10 or 12 on the market. They range from mildly sweet to sharp, champagne to Chardonnay-like. So, really enjoyed them. And they range in alcohol content as well. And then had a foray into, like I spoke to earlier, Austin East Ciders and their Texas Honey. I've been drinking that since it was in Tall Boys, and I don't even think they make it in Tall Boys anymore. I think it's in shorts only. And I've tried everything Texas East Ciders had, and the Texas Honey is the only one that just really stood the test of time. Their blood orange is good. Their pineapple's good. Everything's good, but those are the ones that I like. So, fast forward. Let me back up. So, my girlfriend Jana lives down in Angleton. She's got this little place in Lake Jackson called the Bodega. And I've been in New York, but I've never been to a bodega in New York. But I think that's kind of what it's based after. So it's kind of like in a gas station. There's seating outside. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 coolers full of just beer. And it's everything you saw tonight and times 20. We always go in there and we'll get a sandwich, or we'll grab this or grab that, a couple of beers for the weekend and whatever. And she likes ciders because we go to Cidercade once or twice a year. If you haven't checked out Cidercade, go check it out. It's cool. You'll find me at Guitar Hero, slapping the bass. Not really. I play the guitar always, or I sing. And so she sees this Perry craft cider. She's like, oh, I like pears. That sounds good. Let me show you. Kind of come full circle at this point. So she tries it. She's like, that's amazing. I mean, it's light, slightly sweet. It's, what's the alcohol content on it? 5%. I mean, it's not low. It's not high. Great cider. I mean, Ace has always made good stuff. I think now, and Ace has been around for a long time, along with a couple of the other ones. What is the other one? Golly. Can't remember. Doesn't matter. Oh, well. We'll figure it out later. But now this is like one of the things, like I think she's fallen in love with this. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. Always does. Just when I'm wrong, though. So, the ones I didn't show, which is the ones you've seen on other episodes, is I brought them back. Cold Snap. It's the blue, kind of the icy feel. Cool beer. The only thing I don't like about this one is I kind of wish that they had done it dark, not glossy, or darker, not glossy. Maybe closer to the 9-volt, where it's not even satin. It's damn near flat. Something like that. Community. Like I said, I don't know why I like this so much. It's definitely not the gold, because I don't like gold as a rule. But it's cool looking. I don't know. And and that's the funny thing about it is, I was expecting not to like it. which is great. I don't know about the rest of you, but I like being not told that I'm wrong. God bless. But I like realizing I'm wrong, especially about beer. Like, that's what I say. Saskatoon, I've been hollering at you for 2 episodes now to send me a beer, and I ain't got nothing. I know it's hard because he haven't been published, and I'm still working out the YouTube channel, but I want to try something different. I don't know. I'm not sure if IPAs are it, but I'm not going to turn them down, and I will do an episode on every single one. Or maybe I'll do if I get enough, I'll do an episode and compare some of them. So if you think you've got an IPA that I like, or you just want to make me suffer, that's good too. Makes great television. Or if you think you've got a chocolate peanut butter stout that's better than my boys, where did they go? Where did it go? That's better than my boys over at Saloon Door. And I don't know any of these guys. They don't know me. I'm nobody. But if you think you got one better than this, bring it. I'll tell you if it's better. In fact, I'll do a blind taste test on anything you say is, or you want to fight me over. I'll Steven Crowder it. I'll put a table out. We'll show up to U of H. You say that Saskatoon Tasty AF Nitro is better than Saloon Door Tasty AF Nitro. I'll take that Pepsi challenge. Cheers.